Welcome back to Call to Battle. Today there's another update, version 5.3. It's kind of big. There was a massive event that went on, but it's probably the update I've had the most contribution to, and I'll show you why later. But I don't have the chocolate. I don't have Chocolate Quest installed, so I'm gonna do this. Use this guy over here, and for starters, let's start off with the new kits. So first we have the Mexican volunteer kit, which I had no idea these kits were coming, or at least, I mean, I had an idea that there was going to be another kit pack soon, but I had no idea what was going to be in it and when it was going to release. And I had no idea it was going to release today. We have the Mexican volunteer. Wait, crap! I should have done that. So for the initialization of the uniform, there's straps, a harness, 2 pouches there on the back, blanket, another one of those pouches, canteen, rear pouch, and a satchel. The helmet's actually, I did not expect it to be an Adrian. This is a desert uniform. This doesn't mean Mexico is coming as a full country. This is just a kit. Mexico's not coming as a full country. Because number one, Mexico didn't have any massive volunteers went to fight with the Americans, but there wasn't a huge Mexican military presence other than a squadron of planes. And it comes with the Obregon and the Mendoza RM245. The Obregon is he's weird version of the it's a weird gun. It has some sort of rotating system in the barrel, I believe. But it's basically a Mexican 1911 with some modifications. And the Mendoza RM245. It has auto, increased auto, and semi-auto. Increased auto, semi. The Mendoza is really fun to use. It's amazing, actually. One of my favorite games by far. So next we have the Swiss Mercenary kit. Here's the uniform. Swiss Mercenary, which there's something I could. Okay, so I never asked for the K31 because I thought, well, it wasn't exported that much, and Switzerland didn't fight in World War II. So I was like, well, I guess the K31 won't come. There were mercenaries though, and they were hired by, I think, the Axis, Germany, maybe Italy, but there were Swiss mercenaries like this one. 4 rifleman style pouches there. Rear blanket, similar to the Mexican volunteer. There's this massive helmet, which kind of reminded me of Spaceballs a little bit. I've made a meme. The collar looks pretty nice. The epaulets. There's a lot of detail that goes in on this particular uniform. And then they have the K31, which has a very interesting reload mechanism, and a straight pull, just like the Ross rifle. So this is basically my new favorite bolt action gun. Next we have the Luger Model 0629. So this is a Swiss Luger, basically. Okay, there we go. So yeah, why am I lagging? So that's Swiss. That's the Swiss Mercenary. Next we have the Italian Social Republic soldier, which has has 3 magazine pouches on a sling over the shoulder, an SS symbol on one side of the collar, and the dot, which I can't remember what it means. I was told what it means, but I forgot. There's the symbol there. There's this massive satchel in the back, and it comes with the TZ-45 submachine gun. Which I do like. It's pretty good. And I do tend to use this kit a lot. Now, that's out. And last but not least, we have the Italian co-belligerent kit, which you'll immediately notice that it'll look familiar. I made this one. Lawyer changed it a little bit. There was a flag on the shoulder, removed that, and Lawyer did the textures, but I did this, and I am very proud of it. I didn't do the helmet, but I did top. The helmet, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But here's the Italian co-belligerent, and it comes with the TZ-45 field modified, which is more controllable than the other one, maybe because it's a wood stock, but you know. Next we have uniform remodels, which is something else that I did. I did the British uniforms. Lawyer did the helmets, and he did some minor corrections and all the textures, but I did the base uniform. So let's start out with normal standard British. Also, there are no German boots. That is a bug. Also, those are the Indian pants. So the helmet uses the same exact model as the US Brody one I hope covered in my 5.2 update vid. So I didn't have to do anything there. Already done for me. A harness already on the standard uniform with a belt on the back. They both loop around here, and they each had like buckles on them. The rifleman is here, and it has two pouches, which I actually know that each of these holds 60. Each of these holds 60 rounds of .308 Brit, which I found interesting. There's a strap that goes there, and then it goes down into this pouch and holds that one up. And there's this rear pouch here, canteen, which Lawyer did because I did a horrible job on the canteen. A entrenchment tool, and then a shovel, massive shovel. Next we have the inline tunic, which has the pouch on here because I made a mistake. I did not know that this pouch on here was meant for the respirator for the gas mask. And I removed it off the standard rifleman. But basically, it's not very much for the model. The same thing Lawyer did with the US one. That's why it goes straight into there, because that holds the respirator for it. So we have a normal. Here's the same 60 round .03 round pouch here. A few pouches there, 3 pouches there. Same thing, just no massive shovel on the back. And of course, for the home guard one, I just slapped that on there. Next, we have the SAS tunic, which is just a reskin of the rifleman, but it doesn't. It used to be a reskin of the Italian support. Now it's a reskin of the rifleman without the shovel. So nothing new, nothing too new there. The Canadian helmet and full officer uniform, Canadian officer uniform kit. The helmet Lawyer did because I suck at those, or I didn't want to do it. Now there's 4 pouches. That one was supposed to be a holster, but for some reason Lawyer removed that. And it's the same thing on the back, just no shovel. I basically removed the shovel for him. The Indian one, so that. Has just one harness strap, one rifleman pouch, one strap going across, none of the other gear, and just a pouch and canteen. Now we have the New Zealand UK jacket, which basically looks a lot different than it used to, because basically a lawyer showed me a reference, because I really didn't want to do this because I thought I wouldn't be able to find any reference. A lawyer showed me a reference of trench coat style, so I did that. I basically took the Folkstorm standard, removed a couple buttons, made the collar bigger, and extended it downwards. So that is the British remodels. So I have this in there because this is now the new kit item, and I'll get into why this is added in a second when we get to Canada. But let's go to German uniforms. And there are no German boots. They deleted the German boots by accident. But Fresan did these, neither me nor the lawyer, and I'm just gonna ignore that. So these Stahlhelms look fantastic, and they have the Wehrmacht symbol on that side and that symbol on that side. The epaulettes over here. I'm not saying this right. Very detailed. The collar, very detailed. It has the little Nazi bird, eagle, hawk thing, whatever, but which normally has swastika on it. There's just the belt too. Really, I'm a big fan of this Stahlhelm though. The rifleman gear has of course, the same rifleman pouches, because those never changed. Gear stuff, canteen, whatever that, shovel, big rifleman. Next we have the support gear. Oh, and they also changed the name. Yeah, changed the name. It's now the M36 Feldbluse and not the M40 or M43 tunic. It's now the M36 Feldbluse. MG42 belt over it. Holster that holds something. I have no idea what. Same gear in the back. Why does it keep lag spiking like that? I don't like it. Next we have the MP40i shirt. And so basically just wait, where's the NCO one? Let's do this one first. So NCO gear has 6 MP40 pouches. Nothing new on the back. No other details, despite it, because the NCO gear is another way for saying the assault gear. MP40i assault just has double the magazine pouches. And next we have the M43 award, which I think really only got a retexture other than the collar. Oh wait, no, the collar has. There's now ribbons connecting there. Very detailed ribbons. The collar has an outline on it, and I think these might be. No, they're not. I forgot to do the field cap. And so, yeah, basically everything is M36 now, which makes more sense than having M43 in Poland. So now it's got the medals. It's got nice color to it too. I really like these. This is a good gas mask. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But it's a World War II gas mask, and the kit is a World War I kit. And I had actually made an alternative to it, where basically I did the same thing me and Lawyer did with the U.S. and British gas masks. That didn't get added, so get stuck with this World War II gas mask for a World War I kit. But that's fine. Next we have the M40. now we have the M43, so the M44 is no longer a thing. Actually, it is technically. So let's move on to the M43. At late work cap. So now it's the German M43 Feldbluse, not the M44 tunic. So no, like just basically retextures of the others, like the M36. Just a nice dark blue. The Volkssturm one did actually technically get a model update, but it uses the same model, so that's why. But yeah, one day. So basically, that's just the Volkssturm M44. Technically got a remodel, I guess. Next, we have the Splittertron Muster 31 uniform, or the Fallschirmjäger uniform, kit uniform. The collar is fancier for, I think that's either a high Fallschirmjäger rank, which is why, or maybe it just means he's higher ranking. This is meant to be a Fallschirmjäger, so the gear is just rifleman, which I guess I could have changed if I had taken up Lawyer's offer, but no. The Waffen SS NCO uniform. It's basically just a retexture. No SS markings on there. And we have the mag pouches, and wait, what's this? Oh, canteen that has the wrong texture on it. All right then. Next we have the Kriegsmarine uniform, which has a gold symbol on here instead of a gray one, and it has different color. Basically just a retexture of the rifleman though. And last but not least, the Italian World War I uniform got darkened. So now it's not a bright green, instead it's dark green. And now we have the weapon remodels. I'll go over mine first. Me and Lawyer half and half. This, I did the base model. Lawyer did the suppressor because I don't know how to round like that yet. But I did everything else except the textures, and Lawyer just did the barrel. But there's that. The hand grip's now correct, and it just looks nice. It looks magnificent. The Ruby's the one that didn't get changed. It just got a retexture, got a new texture, because I made this one. I'm proud of it. It's nice. It's mine. And the barrel does actually have a hole all the way through. It's only really visible when it slides back. Next we have the Thompsons and their attachments. So the M1A1 got an update. I don't want massive 100 round drums in these. So here we have the M1A1. There's a 200 yard sight notch on there, more detailed, better texture. Now the 1928 A1 has a lot more detail on it. It's remodeled. The inline 1928. So it has this massive stock on there. So choppy. Why is my game? And next we have the Thompson M17 Annihilator, which looks fantastic. I mean, everything looks fantastic. Next we have the L-type sight. So that's nothing too new there. I mean, the sight kind of has more bolts on it. And next we have the Thompson 1928 A1 Tommy gun configuration, which looks absolutely beautiful. feel like I'm off here right now. Aside from a game being absolutely choppy. Next we have every single Springfield variant. So we have the A1, the A3, the A3, the A4, and the Bushmaster, as well as their field modified variants. So, A1 sight, A3 sight, A4 sight. Let me take these out. The scopes got remodeled to. Oh wait, here's the Bushmaster. It's just smaller. Oh. So here we have this, the scope for that. Which, this all looks amazing. Lawyer outdid himself, I'm telling you. Lawyer, you've outdone yourself once again. Hang on, yeah, it is. It just doesn't seem like it. It doesn't look like the same scope. Next we have the carbines, the M1, the M1A1, the M2, and their attachments. M1 carbine, these look way better than they have before. The M1 carbine model has not changed since CTB2's launch. And now it changed. It has changed a lot. The M1A1 just looks absolutely beautiful. The M2 and also that you did the stock, the hole in the stock now, like there was in the real one. Even the M1 carbine, it sort of mostly works. Wait, what? It works for the most part. Well, it does. Mostly. Okay, no, it doesn't. It's there, but the stock's not gone. But now we have the M3 scope and the T3 scope. So the M3 and T3 carbines got updated too. But look at these scopes; they're beautiful. And they are aligned mostly, which is good. Next, that's the A3 field one. The BAR-AA and the R80 Colt monitor got an update. I don't think the BAR-AA should have the buff the bar stats, but you know what? I don't think it is supposed to. So there's the AA, and here we have the R80 Colt monitor. And next we have the 1917 and the M2. So 1917, which looks so adorable compared to this. I said compared to this. It's massive. Utterly massive now. And the 1917, just same size as the 1919. Oh, the 1919 actually did get resized. That's right. Now they're both baby. They're little baby guns. They look so cute compared to that beast right there. This is, it's massive. I think it might be the biggest input. No, it's not. It's not. Or maybe it is. Probably the gun itself is biggest. The tripod's not the biggest. And last but not least, we have Canada. So the reason there's a new version with the metal is because that is now in the kit, and the normal hat is now available to everyone, and it's the standard Australian hat. And same with the Canadian helmet. That's also standard and now available for everyone. So here we have standard uniform. It's basically just a retexture of my British uniforms. So technically I made these two, I guess you could say. No, I didn't. But yeah, here are the Canadian uniforms. No other glory. Also, Canada was gonna have the flag icon. It's not an item because it's the in-game. It's just a reskin of Britain. But the flag icon was gonna be modern Canada. I actually made a red ensign variant, and I wasn't actually. So I made it. It was like, well, I mean, if you want to use it, go ahead, because I really didn't think they were gonna use it. But like I was gonna use it for client-side purposes, so like only I would have it. Same with what I do with the Italian anthem, and I have it as the Giovinezza, the old CTB version before they had to update it because it's illegal in Italy. So, but they actually did use my red ensign variant instead of the modern Canadian flag that was already in the files, and I absolutely love it. They did modify it to look more like. So it wasn't so flat, but still, it's my exact same thing. And that's it for this update. There's a lot of technical changes. The dying animation's a bit slower now, which is now there's bugs again with the bleeding stuff. There's 2 new maps, Ortona and Villa Bergotti, Irrigati, whatever. Not much else. Fairly certain. The grenade launchers are now instead of having to unequip your bayonet, now all you have to do is just equip it in a gear slot, replacing grenade pouches, medical pouches, ammo pouches, or holster, stuff like that. So it's in there with those. Yeah, I really think that's it, honestly. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys will enjoy this update even more. I am so happy to have been able to and be a part of this update. Like I said, I didn't do this all by myself. I had help with Lawyer, but still, mostly it was me. Except Lawyer did some corrections and some textures. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy this update. It's kind of a small one. Call it the Canada update because it added Canada, but I'm sure the next one. I don't know what the next one's going to be, honestly. All right, that's it. Bye.